Chapter 8 of Mary's Grammar by Jane Marcet. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jennifer Dallman. Conjunctions. Lesson 12. Conjunctions are words that have not much meaning in themselves, but serve the purpose of joining words or parts of sentences together. If I say, fetch me a pen and some writing paper, the sentence consists of two parts joined together by the little word and. Oh, yes, I understand, said Mary. The first part of the sentence is, fetch me a pen, and the second part, some writing paper, and the little word and joins them both together, and so it is called a conjunction. Now, Mamma, let me try to think of a sentence. Then, after a pause, she said, I will fetch my doll and her cradle, and then she suddenly exclaimed, Why, Mamma, how very like conjunctions are to prepositions. You know that a preposition shows the relation between two nouns, and the conjunction and does just the same thing, for it shows the relation between pen and paper and between my doll and her cradle. No, Mary, it joins the words, but it does not show how they are related to each other. When I say bring me a pen and some writing paper, I mean nothing more than that you should bring me those two things. But I do not point out any connection between them. Oh, but you know, Mamma, I must think that you're going to write, and then I am sure that there is a great connection between the pen and the paper. You may think what you please, my dear, said her mother, smiling, but there is no relationship between them pointed out by the little word and. If I had said, bring me my pen on the writing paper, or in the writing paper, that would show a connection, for the pen would be placed in or on the paper. Oh, yes, said Mary, and if I said, I will fetch my doll in her cradle instead of and her cradle, I should say a preposition instead of a conjunction. Besides, said her mother, and is not only used to join nouns together, but any two parts of a sentence whatever. Thus I may say, bring your book and come and read. There is the noun book in the first part of the sentence, and the latter part consists of two verbs. And there are two conjunctions, Mamma, for the two verbs are also joined by and. Yes, you know I told you that conjunctions served to join words as well as sentences together. But we have talked a great deal about the word and, Mary, without mentioning any other conjunction. You may play with your doll if you please. Oh, yes, if joins the two parts of the sentence quite as well as and seems to have more meaning in it. There are a great many more conjunctions, said her mother. I will ride or I will walk. I shall drive to Highgate, but not to Hampstead. I will go with you, Mamma, if you will let me. I hope it is true and not merely playing at finding out conjunctions. Well, my dear, tomorrow perhaps you may. But you may now think only of your lesson, for unless you are very attentive, you can go neither to Hampstead nor to Highgate. What a number of conjunctions! Exclaimed Mary. Observe, said her mother, the change which different conjunctions make in a meaning of a sentence. If, instead of saying, I will give you an orange and an apple, I should say, I will give you an orange or an apple. Oh, but it's not the same thing at all, Mamma. I like the conjunction and much the best. It has a great deal more meaning than I thought at first, for it joins the real apple and the orange together, as well as the words apple and orange, and then you give me both. Very true, Mary. Now those conjunctions which join things or actions together are called copulative conjunctions, and those which disjoin them are called disjunctive conjunctions. Oh dear, what long words! Exclaimed Mary. When I say you may either ride or walk, what sort of conjunction is either? Disjunctive, said Mary, because it disjoins walking and riding, for it means that you will do one or the other, but not both. But how can a conjunction both join and disjoin things at the same time, Mamma? You must distinguish between things and words, replied her mother. A conjunction always joins the words or the parts of which the sentence is composed, but it does not always join the things or the actions the sentence talks about. Oh, yes, said Mary. It joins the two words walk and ride, but it does not join the two things walking and riding. I see you understand it, Mary, but you do not express it well. You should not say the two things, but the two actions, for you know that walking and riding are verbs, not nouns, and therefore cannot be things. Yes, said Mary, they are actions, and an action means doing the verb. Now, let me find out some disjunctive conjunctions. Sophie will neither eat nor drink. Those are disjunctive conjunctions. But if I say she both eats and drinks, the conjunction and is copulative because it joins the actions eating and drinking, as well as the words eat and drink. Very well, or you might say, Sophie will eat as well as drink. I think we now may take leave of conjunctions and proceed to interjections. End of chapter 8.